You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another installment of Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. That's Marcus.
Yo, yo, yo.
And that is Jessica.
Hello.
What's going on, guys? So there's an interesting clip that has been making its rounds on the internet. And I want to know you guys' opinion on it. I want to know the audience's opinion on it because it's a very interesting clip.
Okay.
Check this out.
Okay, and that's wrong because he usually buy your brother's shoes. But look at this petty dude.
That don't got nothing to do with me, man.
It do get something to do
Them is not my kids, man. Them is not my kids.
Okay, but guess what? When you was with me, you was buying shoes.
I'm not with you, though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not with you. Well, I'm taking care of my son. Anything outside of that, I do not owe you that. I do not owe them nothing. No, none of that. What is you talking about?
Just like a petty dude. Just like a petty. Yes, you
Matter of
is.
fact, you got dude laid up in here with you. He need to be taken
He
care of.
ain't got nothing to do with you.
You do. You right here paying attention. You do.
What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Oh, man. Oh, man.
First of all, my first thought was, is this dude about to get shot or his ass whooped at this door talking shit to this woman like this with another dude in the background? And second of all, I don't know, it's pretty black and white for me. No, you are not obligated to buy her other children shoes. Period. Okay. Why would you be? It's weird.
Not obligated, but
Don't expect anybody else to take care of your kids but you.
let's look at it from big picture. Take the adults out
That
of
is big
it.
picture.
Take the adults out, right? And you're giving this dude these new shoes. I don't know how many other kids is in the house, but if the other kids ain't got no new shoes, it could be terrorizing this little boy and building bad relationships, et cetera, et cetera. Not that he has to do anything, but if we take the adults out, the kids are innocent. What does this really look like?
It looks like the mother needs to explain, kids, we were dating at one point. We're not dating anymore. He is not obligated to buy you guys shoes. I'm sorry you don't have shoes. Well, fuck that. These kids have shoes. But no, you explain it to them. You don't expect somebody else to do something for your children. You explain to your children why they are not getting shoes from a man that is not their father and from a man that you are not dating anymore.
At one time, no, he was there.
And that's how it works.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
They're feeling dad on a stepdad, right?
That's how it works. He was feeling generous. He was, blowing her back out. So he was buying everybody's shoes. He was like, here, you get a shoe, you get a shoe, you get a shoe. But when it's all said and done, oh no, only my son really is getting shoes. And that's all he is responsible for.
That's true.
So again.
That's true. And maybe he don't got it like that. So she can't expect
Was that real? Because that was really weird. I'm like, is she really filming this?
It's
and
weirder
really
stuff going on. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was real.
And over an expectation that should not be an expectation at all.
Once the standard's set, though, I mean, it's hard to come off that.
Rules are made to be broken.
Well,
period. So
I don't know.
I know.
It's nasty to have that expectation from the woman's side of things. But again, when you got a kid that is being treated differently than the rest of his siblings.
That is not
I know.
his or their fault.
I'm just saying, again, and you take the adults out of it, it's making for a bad dynamic amongst the kids.
But that's where the adult comes in. And
she's already, I don't think if she's equipped to kind of go that route.
Okay, well,
right?
then you're right. It is going to create a dynamic where there might be jealousy and all that kind of stuff. But that shouldn't fall on the dad that is buying his son shoes. It shouldn't fall on the kids. I mean, it does inadvertently fall on the kids, but it kind of is what it is. And somebody's winning and somebody's got to lose. Shit.
I wonder where does someone have, I guess, the audacity to like expect something like this. No, because it's a really like a certain
It is.
type of person, I feel like, is that will even come at you with this kind of like petty argument. Because I don't know about you guys, but for the most part, like I try to give people the benefit of the doubt until you kind of give me other reason otherwise, or if I can just, or I just, I read people very well. So it's like, if I can just pick up like, oh, you're a weirdo. Like I'm only going to deal with you from arm's distance. But like, I feel like the older I get, and you guys are older than me, but like,
Damn.
I'm like
Kel.
losing, I'm just saying like, I kind of like lose hope in like people, because I'm like, oh my God, like I thought I've heard everything.
Mm-mm.
And then you hear something else, you're like, wait
people
a minute.
Are going to continue to give
People are terrible, Kel.
all kinds of things.
I am older than you, and yeah, so my experience with
it doesn't
people,
get better.
It does not get better.
It doesn't get better with 100% age.
Right.
Sometimes, but these examples, I mean, like you said, the audacity, like the entire, and that is probably born out of struggle, trauma, all of those things. But you know what? That is a personal fucking problem. Do not put that on that man. And then what are you going to do? Be weird to your son because he gets shoes from his dad? I mean, these are things that you got to deal with, and you got to balance, and you got to like grow the fuck up.
It seems like that kind of like environment, just off of that video, part of me was like, I feel like after she closes that door and goes back in and complains about this dude, she's going to take them shoes from that boy.
I hope.
Like part of me feels that, because like you have those like, and I hate saying this,
what
but you have, I'm going to say it. You have these bitter women who are just so petty on a level where it's like, why do you even take it there? Because women are so emotional, and you're so emotional in your own feelings that like ignorant people like this woman will take those shoes from that child because it makes her mad that she sees the fact that there are new shoes in that house.
Right.
And not even think about the kid, but just the fact that, he thinks he can just come over here and just, you know what I'm saying? She's going to take them shoes away from that boy.
That is her limitations. And hopefully the dad notices that his son is not wearing the shoes, and he is like, hey.
The real dad or the stepdad that's in the house?
Where are my son's shoes? Because you can't do that. I mean, she can, but at the same time, that would be it's such a wrong, selfish move. And you know what? It'll come back to backfire and bite her in the ass, because her son will grow up and be like, you ain't shit.
Pissed at his mom, hate his mom.
For doing that, taking my stuff from me when I was innocent. You ain't shit.
Question though, is the stepdad who dropped the shoes off, is he being petty? If he was buying shoes for everybody while they were together, is he being petty? Is he mad now because they're not together and he's only getting shoes?
What?
For the little boy.
No. And what's the timeline? This girl has a whole other established relationship.
I'm saying, if you were with her and you build these relationships with the other kids and all that kind of stuff,
then there has to be an explanation.
Petty? I know, but
he is one of those child's actual father, though.
But I'm saying, is he being petty? I'm not even talking about
being petty by just buying the kids shoes.
Yeah, if you got a relationship with the other kids.
Them other kids did not come to the door. Them other kids did not say, hi, daddy. They did not say, hi, ex-boyfriend. They did not say, ooh, Carl is here. Nothing.
Damn, Carl. Yeah.
Seriously. So, no, it has nothing. It has nothing to do with him buying his son what he should be able to buy his son in a separate relationship.
Yeah.
When they were in a relationship. Okay.
That's like saying you need to pay child support on all my kids, not just one.
Right.
That's how I translate.
Right.
Not as extreme as that, but and I know I see what you're saying.
I know it's set out of desperation, like, hey, or yeah, that's what I think. Why didn't you buy all them guys' shoes? Because it's logical to think that he would buy his son shoes. But like you said, the expectation just makes it sound like...
If he was living there for 10 years and they break up and you look those other kids in the face and be like,
Well, wait a minute.
I don't know you guys anymore.
How old are these other kids?
I don't know the detail, but that's why I'm
Like
saying
what?
like
She was
I
having
think
babies.
we need right. If we put these what ifs in, the dude might be being kind of petty. If you know these other kids
That
well,
dude
and you
looked
lived in the
like-
home for
that
like 10 to
dude is
15 years,
uninvolved with her.
and you could have
think
just
about
pushed
it.
those
And
kids
like
to the
we
side. I
talked
don't know
about
y'all
on-
no more, right?
Like we talked about on other episodes, what if this dude has another girl and he is buying another
You shouldn't be buying nobody's shoes.
woman's kids' shoes?
Yeah, nah. Hey, you
I
shouldn't
would
be
be
buying
like,
nobody's
what
shoes.
the fuck are you doing
Well,
Hey, that's how it works.
I know this much.
to make
By
them
the-
feel good?
by the-
Fuck
by-
that.
By the sound of that woman's voice, she's definitely not a doctor and she's definitely not a lawyer. So those children have multiple different dads.
Damn.
Oh, Kel.
There is somebody in the background. It could have been more than one person. We don't know.
Oh,
Do
we
the
don't-
other
we don't know
baby
if that's-
daddies get hassled when they come over for shit? Like, do
Yeah.
they get hassled too? Like, is this a thing? It's
Now,
like,
Kel,
you bought us groceries one week, you ain't buying us groceries today. You
You're
ain't paying for my daughter.
disrespecting. You're disrespecting this woman in this situation just because she doesn't have any fucking sense about her.
To immediately go to the phone too is one of my things too. Like
That's
you,
why
you
I'm
already
like-
lose points.
Record it.
Were you trying to
Yeah,
like
that's-
get
come
it?
on.
Like, ooh, I'm about to put this on social media.
I'm about to let people
You're about
know.
to get fucking
That's-
flamed for this.
yeah,
What
man,
are
it's
you
kinda
doing?
Lame. It's lame all the way around though. Like
It is the whole thing.
And the best part is the nigga in the background. He's like, you got this nigga laid up in here. And he's like, hey.
Right,
Like
right.
sitting on the couch, like, hey.
what y'all doing out there? Yeah,
And
like,
then when he closed the door, I was like, ooh, this might be his last time ever closing a door. Because
or the other dude may not want to. Well,
the other dude clearly did not want any smoke. And he did not care about the son coming
Yeah,
in with
nah.
shoes or the kids that don't have shoes.
Because none of them kids
That's
in
what
that
I'm
house are
thinking.
his.
That's
yeah,
what I'm
that's
thinking.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's another
Yeah.
boyfriend.
damn.
Tell that dude to go buy.
That's
your
what I'm
kids some
saying. The
shoes.
dude that is bringing the shoes
Isn't
and
that weird?
all the other kids is sitting
and
there.
she's in front of another dude, like, hey, I know we're not
Right.
together, but why didn't you buy the rest of my kids' shoes? What my boyfriend's sitting right here.
And the other dude ain't tripping. Like, man, I ain't doing that shit.
He's like, leave
so-
me out of this shit. I'm not even coming to the door, to the video, to nothing.
I don't know.
I just
just
so
don't
weird.
know. I'm not on her side, but I don't know. I need to know the relationship with the other kids, right? If you really don't
what the fuck?
ain't got nothing to do with
does
them, but
that
if you
matter?
lived it, cause that's like a stepdad is like a real dad
we
in
didn't
most
say
situations.
stepdad.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If he was in that position,
What I gathered from it is they were dating. He had a baby by this woman. That's it.
well, and man, he could have been taking the other
when
kids
they
to
were
practice
dating,
and
they
man,
were
really
playing-
spending time with these
He was
dudes.
playing
But
stepdad to her other children. Yeah, he was.
Right.
And I commend him for that because he didn't have to buy the other kids' shoes
he
either
did.
when he was with her.
He did, and
So then the expectation, okay, so you're saying for the rest of his life,
I'm not saying for the rest of
when
his
the
life.
son comes home with shoes, all the kids get shoes.
Just
so
on
when
this
they're all
day.
in size 10s, 11s, 12s with $400 shoes,
You got to sneak them
he
shoes
is
in.
obligated to get
Nah,
this
I'm not
woman's
saying
kid's
that.
shoes.
But what I am saying is that if you got a relationship with these other kids, things might be a little bit different, or could be different, as
They-
far
they
as the
could-
support and maybe different things. They might be the
They
things
could
that
be
he's doing for
different.
his blood son. He could probably
They could
do
be
some of
different,
that.
but that's not what should be happening.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's a standard, but I'm saying
He
it
should
can
have
happen
never
that
started
way.
buying shoes for that woman's other kids and set that expectation, but he didn't know. He was just being nice. He had no idea it was going to backfire.
And it was
And
with
that-
her.
She
Ain't
was
really
gonna
have a
inspect
choice.
it indefinitely. Like,
Ain't
what
really
the
have a choice
fuck?
while he's with her though. And you can't do that now. I'm
Do
with you,
what?
but I'm only gonna buy some shoes for my son.
You can.
You can, but yeah, I guess you can. It looks bad, but you could do that.
Now look at the position he's in now.
True.
Look bad from the beginning. Seriously.
To stay consistent.
Look bad from the beginning.
It's interesting because it's what it seems like, because her voice, just how she's talking and like how he's like how angry he gets, it sounds like he was the one that was like the good dude. Like he was the one good baby daddy that held it down.
The one
And
good
then
baby daddy.
and then when he fucking, I'm saying, because here's the thing,
I
we
kinda
don't
got
know.
that
And then,
energy too.
Kel, and then
Yeah.
the guy in the background who didn't even get up to didn't even get near the insight to defend his woman.
Right.
He defended the woman from in the background.
You know what I'm
So,
saying?
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so that's what I'm saying. It's like, I feel like he was the good one. And when he said, I'm done with this, and he bounced out, he cut her water off. And
Yep.
she hasn't
Emotional,
been
that's
able-
why. Petty, hurt. His feelings is hurt, right?
Yeah, all those comments she's making, because it's
Right.
like, oh yeah, you used to hold it down now, but you don't know more.
That's anger.
By who? What?
By
Her?
him.
Yeah.
I would be angry. Like, what are you talking about, bitch? I don't owe you nothing.
Right. And that's why
his feelings
I
is
feel
hurt,
like
Or your
I
kids.
feel like that's why he got so angry and so infuriated, because like we said, it's the audacity of like, what, like, how dare you? Like
That makes-
the
it makes
fact
me
that I
laugh.
actually like take care of this child. The little boy had glasses on, the dad had glasses. Clearly the little boy got the glasses because he's on the daddy's insurance.
The little
So,
boy
like-
was uncomfortable as hell, too. Just walking in the
He
door.
just came in with his shoes. And do you know what that does to that little boy to know that his mother filmed an argument, posted it on social media that had nothing to do with him?
Yep.
That is fucked up. People don't think before they do these types of things. That is fucked up. That is forever. And that
Selfish.
little boy is going to see that. Speaking of little boy, here comes my son.
Cassius in the house. Did you notice too? The little boy had like he had them thick glasses too, like his eyes look big. You know what I'm saying? Like
he was so cute.
He just looked, and he kind of like was just like, when he walked in the house, he goes, "Oh, I got shoes," and he's all, yeah, and he like kind of just like, you feel bad for him, because then he kind of like
He's
ducks his head
innocent.
down and just like walks off like, oh shit, like I got to get out the way. They're doing their thing again. Like this
Right.
is like some regular thing, you know. I'm sorry, I don't blame the man at all in this at all. I am blaming
I
the
don't
ghetto
either.
woman and the ghetto woman acting out. And
You got to
making
blame the
us
man
all look
first.
bad.
Have you
for
ever
being
seen
with a
somebody
ghetto
slam
woman, no.
somebody else's screen door in their face? I thought
There's
that
nothing
was funny.
wroong with the ghetto
He's like,
woman, but
I'm outta here.
Not
you
ghetto
need to be-
woman, but that was his baby's mom, and that was somebody that he
Yeah, we don't
loved
know.
at one
We
time.
don't know if she's well. Get the term.
They
ghetto
used to
all
be
over and shit.
together, is what she kept saying, and
She just
everything was
sounds like
good.
she's got her expectations.
Everybody was
all
getting
fucked up.
shoes. Everybody was good. Things were great. But now,
Don't we wish that's how? If everybody moved that way, everybody
what
that
way?
dated somebody and had a baby with somebody who had extra kids, and they might have been involved with the kids as soon as they break up, if they're tied to them, like you said, Kel, like child support for the rest of their.
there is situations
That's
like that.
crazy.
To where the stepdad, I would assume, stays around
Oh,
if he's built a relationship
well,
with those kids.
if the it depends. There's many.
It does.
Well,
Yeah,
when
right.
we're going to stepdad, actual stepdad, that is different.
Okay.
When you married into a family for a period of time and you guys
What if
are,
you're just together for a long time? I think it's the same thing.
it changes that too. But obviously they weren't, it doesn't appear that they were together for that long. That child is pretty young. And she had kids prior, like, I don't think they were together that long.
They could have been together for a long time and just had the baby later.
That doesn't negate the fact that
Been
he
together
should
for
not be taking care of her children.
I wanted to ask you guys about something else, because we can ramble on about this woman for a long time, but I gotta hear it from you guys. It's probably one of the most viral things going on in the world right now.
Ooh.
Diddy.
Oh.
Have you guys been keeping up with the Diddy case?
You can't get away from it.
I know, it's everywhere. I'm not even on social media, and I know about the Diddy case.
It's on CNN.
I watch
everything.
CNN. It's everywhere. It's not
Yeah.
just on like full like political news outlets are taking full taking full hour segments to go over and break down
Are
the
you
P.
Diddy.
Diddy.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is like
There's specials on it.
Yeah.
how do you compare this to OJ? Granted, OJ killed people. Allegedly.
I mean,
Allegedly, right.
but
he's doing a fucked up thing too.
I think it would be bigger just because of the social media aspect, but it's just as big as that. I remember they were
There
shutting
is
down the
nothing-
class for OJ. Everybody
OJ
was
is
watching
still
it.
coming out with documentaries.
That's right.
Still, and I'm still one of the people that's watching them, even
Yeah.
though the story has been told over and over again. OJ's story is going to live on forever.
You know, my question about Diddy, why didn't they have the cameras in the courtroom?
Maybe at his request.
Okay.
Maybe this was. I don't.
Because that would have been crazy. Like,
I don't think
been
it's
like
appropriate.
a movie.
I think people would
because
have been like out of their fucking minds watching that in
freak
real
offs
life.
is too much,
Kids
huh?
would have been watching it.
Yeah.
It would have been. I think it was just too explicit for people.
It's X-rated in the courtroom, so they can't show it on
I
TV.
heard
Damn.
it's like literally if you got to wear some pearls so you can clutch
Wow.
him because of the shit that he was coercing people and forcing people and drugging people to do. This man is sick. He's a sick motherfucker, and he deserves to go to jail and get out when he is 90 years old.
The crazy thing is he's not on trial for being all that stuff you just said. Being
To run a
nasty-
RICO enterprise, you're
Well-
a sick motherfucker, and he is exactly that. Yeah.
Okay. Fair. But yeah, I've been hearing the other side of it, that they're saying all of this nasty freak off, all of this and that, but it's not really a part of the case. Allegedly. I don't know exactly what it's supposed to.
Don't let everybody lie to you. It's absolutely a part of the case. It absolutely sways the jury. When people are, it's unbiased, fuck that shit. That's a lie. Everybody has some sort of bias, and they are taking all this shit into consideration, even if they don't think they are. It's back there. So seeds have been
I'm
planted.
saying the proof, though. If you're saying that he's nasty and he's all these things, and
It's been proven.
it's the you better prove it too, though, right?
It is proven that he's nasty and he's a villain and he blows up people's cars and having 30 bottles of drugs. Like you can't,
shaped like Obama.
right? You can't hold
pills
that much.
like Obama's crazy.
And you know what? I hope Obama feels fucking disrespected by that. How
crazy.
dare you
Obama
That
better
is
pop
patent
a
crazy
that.
pill
work.
in the shape of my face and
Obama
then do
better
what you
patent
do.
that. I mean, lock that in.
That is crazy work. I am not one to like enjoy public tar and featherings, but oh my god,
Shame.
if
Shame.
they fucking stream this and that you paid for the stream and you had to be 18 or older to watch it, do you know the amount of views that this would get?
That would go crazy.
Imagine if
That would
this,
definitely go crazy.
imagine if this went on during COVID.
Oh my God.
man.
People would be popping popcorn. People would be like,
A billion streams or something crazy.
although, let me back up and say the entertainment value, but the fact that we're all sitting here like, yeah, we can sit back and eat it and eat popcorn and laugh about it. Just think about the reality of how fucking crazy this is. Like that's when you really break it down. You're like, oh, this is like a soap opera. This is crazy. He is crazy.
We're
for
a
this.
sick society too, because we
And we're sick for being
a sick
entertained
society.
by this and by
This is
women.
real
A
people.
woman that was fucking abused, and like, I wish somebody would even try and say something about that woman, Cassie, in any type of negative light.
Well, that's the
And
picture they're gonna try to paint.
I know, but no.
That
I know, and that's the picture of fucking ignorance and
Right,
the picture
but
of fucking your limitations and your fucking
that's gonna be the picture
all
that
of
they
your
have
issues.
to paint.
That's where your bias comes in.
That's gonna be the picture they have to paint in order to say that he's not guilty. That she was a willing participant.
Yeah, but
in
when
all
you
of this stuff.
understand abuse, then you understand
Everybody
that.
doesn't understand abuse in that
Well,
way.
hopefully it's broken down in the court. I heard they had a psychologist or something like that on there. When you really break down the psychological aspect of being controlled and abused and fearing for your life and all the promises that Diddy gave her, told her and all that kind of stuff,
Everybody's different.
it's
so,
very obvious what kind of monster he is. And the fact that he can do all of this other stuff on this magnitude, you don't think that he was actually...
and you never know what people are going to say. So
it's obvious. And of course, they're going to take a woman and try and paint her in 100%. That light because that's what they do. We are never believed All of our experiences are diminished. This woman has been through Cassie has been through so much trauma. And I don't think people are even realizing that what she's had to go through just to have to live and have to go sort through and move through all of the stuff you went through. That is torture enough. So he needs to be punished. I don't give a fuck about everything else that he did. He needs to be punished. His soul is on trial and it needs to go to jail.
This was a good episode, guys. Very entertaining. Truly Unruly, y'all. Marcus Trufant, Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. Follow us on social media at trulyunruly_podcast. And you can send us your questions because we answer those too at trulyunrulypodcast@gmail.com.